They're heroes in the half shell, and they're green. When the evil shredder attacks, these. So notice it says they are, and he's like we're, and they are. They, we, these are personal pronouns, which is what we're going to talk about today. Our objective is to accurately translate Latin sentences using various cases of personal pronouns when both reading and writing. So, quid est a personal pronoun? Well, a personal pronoun is a noun that replaces a proper name or other noun in the or a sentence. The replaced noun is usually a person or thing, hence person, personal pronoun. My example, like Becky drinks so many like Snapples, she like loves them. That is so not fetch. The words she and them are personal pronouns because they are replacing the words Becky and Snapples from the previous sentences. English and other languages do this. It's really redundant if you don't and consider bad writing. I mean, think about it. Like, Becky drinks so many like Snapples. Becky loves Snapples. Becky drinks Snapples every day. Becky burns Snapples and then brings them back to life from the ashes. Like, how many times do I have to say Becky and Snapples? We need to replace these words. So, the antecedent, this is a fancy word for the word that is replaced or the words that are replaced by the pronoun. So in our example with Becky and the Snapples, she and them are the pronouns, right? But the replaced words or antecedents are Becky and the Snapples. Okay? Pronouns replace antecedents. Factum ludibundum, fun fact. First, ludibundum is the word fun, which, really long word for fun, but a fun word to say. Also, the word antecedent, the word antecedent comes from Latin, as most English does. Ante is from an adverb or preposition, depending on how it's used in the sentence, but basically it means before or in front of. Cadent is a conjugated form of cato cadere, meaning to go. So literally this says they will go before or in front of, and that's exactly what antecedents do. They are the words that go before or in front of pronouns. Quo modo legere et scribere Latine, how to read and write in Latin. So this is what we're really after. As with most Latin words, you need to know that pronouns must decline. In other words, they're changing form to match function in the sentence. So you will have a nominative, a genitive, a dative, an accusative, and an ablative of each. These are charts. You will memorize them. They're kind of fun to say, and only one of them is long. So get ready to write some charts. Set up your pattern if you need to. Here are the cartas. Sorry, the writing's kind of bad. We'll start with the first person pronouns. So over here on the left, first person pronoun is I in the nominative and me for the other cases. So of me, true or for me, dative, accusative, and ablative are both just me. In Latin, it's pronounced ego, mei, mihi, me. Pronounce that for you again. Ego, mei, mihi, me. The second person singular is you. Of course, the genitive would be of you, the dative would be to or for you, and then accusative and ablative would be just you again. In the Latin, we have tu, tui, tibi, te, te. I'll pronounce it again. Tu, tui, tibi, te, te. Notice they kind of sound alike, the singular charts. Of course, if you have singular, you must also have plural. So here's the first person plural, which would be for we in the nominative and us for the rest of this. Of course, the genitive would be of us, and the dative would be to or for us. This word is pronounced nos, nostrum, that's R-U-M, nobis, nos, nobis. I'll pronounce it again. Nos, nostrum, nobis, nos, nobis. if we have a second person singular you, we have a second person plural you. And this was the one we always say you all for. So you all, of you all, to or for you all, and then you all. This is pronounced wos, westrum, wobis, wos, wobis. Wos, westrum, wobis, wos, wobis. Now here's the big chart. It looks scary, but trust me, there's a pattern, and it's really not that bad. Okay, so this is for the third person, and it's got both the singular and the plural. Okay, so that's what's going on here. So on the singular side, it's he, she, and it for the nominative, and then you'll go to him and her for the rest of the chart, right? On the plural side, it means they in the nominative, but then it would be them for the rest of this. Notice it's longer because we've got gender associated. So this first row is masculine, the middle one's feminine, and then neuter. And the same thing occurs on the plural side. Masculine, them, feminine, them, neuter. So I'll go through and pronounce it for you from singular to plural. So it goes across. Is, ea, id. Aes, aes, aes. Ae, ae, ae. Aam, with an eam. Id, ao, aa, ao. Then on the plural side, so the they, them side, we have ae, ai, aa. Aorum, aorum, aorum. Aes, aes, aes. Aos, aos, aa. And aes, aes, aes. Okay, I'll go through and pronounce it one more time for you all the way through. So it's is, ea, id, aes, 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 ae, 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 aam, id, ao, aa, ao. On the plural, ae, ai, aa, aorum, 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 aes, 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 aos, aos, aa, aes, aes, aes. Okay, so we have a sentence like the Becky sentence in the English. Here's what it's going to look like in the Latin. Which by the way is a made-up word, okay, for like, but Beckia snapeles plurimas bibit ea samat illa est certe non arcesita. So we still have the same thing. Our antecedents, our original words, in other words, are the ones that go before, are Becky and Snapples. The word she still refers back to Becky, and them is still referring to Snapples. So those are still our personal pronouns. Notice that ea is feminine, like Becky is feminine, right? Ea is singular, because Becky is singular, unless she has multiple personality disorder. Well, technically she's still singular, I guess. Snapples is feminine, and Snapples is plural. So eos is as well. So personal pronouns must agree in gender and number with antecedents, but not necessarily case. Let me show you an example where the case is different. So get this point through your head. Personal pronouns must agree in gender and number with their antecedents, or the words they go before, or the words that go before them, but not necessarily case. So a second example, Bebopus dominum splinterim pugnabat. Splinter am nakalit. Bebop was fighting Master Splinter, right? Splinter killed him. Well, of course, because Splinter's awesome. Note here, though, that bebop is the word that goes before am. So, right? Am is replacing it. That's who Splinter killed, was bebop. They're both masculine, and they're both singular. But am is accusative, and bebop is nominative, because each word has to do the case of the sentence it's in. So, bebop was fighting Splinter, so he's nominative, he's the subject. When we get to the second sentence, Splinter killed him, he's being killed, so he's accusative here. So the pronouns must agree in gender and number, but not necessarily case with the word they replace. Okay? Good luck. That's all I've got for you for now. Go to your Kia and practice it. Also, first person that shoots me a message on Edmodo and can tell me who Bebop is, I will give you a little extra gration. Habe bonum diem.